PASportsLive.com, the only high school live streaming network in PA, bringing you.
I'd like to welcome you to PASportsLive.com again. Fortunately, we're doing a live streaming Williamsport match up here at Jersey Shore. Should be a pretty competitive match. Jersey Shore recently won the Top Hat tournament. I'm happy that my co-commentator tonight is with me again, Matt Neenan. Wrestled for me, was a state champion for Williamsport. Did a great job, and I welcome him back. Thanks, Matt, for being here with me. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, Coach, and thanks, PA Sports Live. I really appreciate the opportunity. I had a great time last time we did the Williamsport-Hughesville match, and looking forward to the same here tonight, Jersey Shore versus Williamsport.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, particularly Cups Vacuum Center. We actually have Yancey Cup here, used to wrestle for me himself, and a big wrestling fan. And Web Weekly, thanks, Jimmy. Really appreciate you sponsoring this. Rennie Road Armor, Allstate Insurance. Again, Rennie's a personal friend of mine. Jimmy's a personal friend of mine. Realty World, Booth and Deutsch, and Matt just started working for them. And again, the owner of that, Scott Johnson's a personal friend of mine. And the Villa, again, Villa's sponsoring our trivia question tonight, and it's a $50 gift certificate to the Villa. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, and we're going to speak to Mr. Cup here in a few minutes. Yancey, nice seeing you again,
How you doing,
buddy?
Coach?
I'm doing pretty good. I know you're a big wrestling fan, and tonight you donated. I guess we're going to give that away as a trivia question.
Yeah.
Something for probably a younger wrestler here.
Someone just starting out. I got a pair of size 4 brand new Nike wrestling shoes and some headgear to give away. Maybe somebody just getting involved in it, less fortunate, or somebody's going to take off and go to a tournament time and wants some new gear. So. Well,
thank you very much. I know you do that quite a bit, even with your business. I know you kind of help the needy or so, but here's a beautiful pair of wrestling sneakers and headgear. I wish I would have had that when I was a little kid. My ears might not be in the shape they're in right now.
I still have my first pair, Coach.
Yeah, I know. I have Tommy's first pair, and it's Tommy's first singlet I actually have. But I really appreciate it, Yancey, and I really appreciate your sponsorship.
You're welcome.
You're doing a great service to the wrestling community, and I thank you very much, buddy.
Anytime, Coach. All right.
So we'll have to get another trivia question here for these pair of 4 Nike wrestling sneakers and a Brute wrestling headgear for somebody in that elementary level. Try and get that trivia question. Jersey Shore's warming up here. I think we have two extra matches that they're going to run, 2 preliminary matches, extra kids giving them a chance to wrestle. Jersey Shore looks like it has a pretty full team. They're a good team. Croc Herman's their coach. Croc wrestled. He's a real tough wrestler for Jersey Shore. When I coached, and his dad, I know, has been involved with Jersey Shore, elementary, junior high, varsity, all the way through, and I know his dad very well too. But Croc was a great wrestler here for Jersey Shore.
Yeah, he sure was. If I remember correctly, our senior year, he was a AAA Northeast Regional champion.
Yep, and Croc was a real good little lightweight, and it's ironic here. We got Croc back as a wrestler for Jersey Shore, great wrestler for Jersey Shore, now coaching, and Brian Nazio, great wrestler for Williamsport when I coached there, is coaching Williamsport. So it's great to see these kids back that certainly have a tie to their schools.
Absolutely. A lot of pride involved, and that'll help motivate the program for sure.
But I know Coach Nasdale, he has 2 young sons wrestling, very good wrestlers themselves, and he's involved with the elementary program. And I know personally it takes a lot of your time.
It'll pretty much wrap your life up.
It actually becomes a lifestyle. Yeah. It really does.
It's worth it in the end, though, when you can reap the
Did you hear that? It sounds like great new deals at Cups, your vacuum center. We offer new and used vacuums from all of the best brands, including Kirby, Shark, Dyson, Electrolux, Auric, Hoover, and many more. Got an old vacuum that needs repair? Trust that our service repair technician will get it working like new again. For bags, belts, filters, repairs, and sales, trust Cups Vacuum Center located at 1001 Washington Boulevard in Williamsport.
Okay, this is the first exhibition match. There's two of them. This young man from Jersey Shore, I've been helping one of the Williamsport wrestlers, and they came out to my house, and he was, the guy from Jersey Shore must be his buddy because he was with the kid from Williamsport, and I worked a little bit with him. And,
yeah, the young man, last name Feist, he's involved heavily in the mixed martial arts. I know he competes doing that.
this young man? Yeah.
Yep, from Jersey Shore. I didn't know that he wrestled, but he seems to be a tough kid on his feet wrestling as well. Quick.
You know, at one time, and this is the story for most, if not all, wrestling teams now. Years ago, you'd have a full JV team and a full varsity team and extra kids, and now, you know, you have two exhibition matches, and you just don't get quite as many kids out. I know times have changed, and kids have a lot more opportunities, I guess.
Yeah. I think a lot of it in today's world, too, is just with the internet and electronics, video games, laptops. You know, it's a different time, Coach, than when we wrestled.
Yeah, absolutely, particularly when I wrestled. I'm a little bit older than you, Matt. And
you didn't even have TV back then, did you?
I'm not quite that old.
Not going back that far. Pinning combination there. Looks like he got 2 back points.
The score should be 6-1. But, you know, this young man from Jersey Shore, I mean, came all the way. I live out near Hughesville, came all the way out to my house here to get extra instruction. So, you know, he certainly wants to develop himself as a wrestler.
Absolutely. It says a lot.
Yep,
his motivation level to get better. And I know this can only help his MMA game as well. Most of your best fighters do have a good wrestling background.
And that wasn't around in my time, and nor my son's time. I think my son probably would have done very well in that, but it wasn't around. And, you know, all these MMA fighters, the ones that are really good, 90% of them, if not 99% of them, have a wrestling background.
Exactly. A lot of them are wrestlers that learn to strike.
Yeah.
You know, the wrestling is the biggest component, though. Pinning combination there, got the fall.
The fact that Bubba Jenkins, who won a national title down in Philly, pinned Taylor from Penn State, which was kind of an upset, but he's into the mixed martial arts now and doing well.
Yep. A lot of the wrestlers historically, since MMA has evolved, have been champion.
At 170,
and it's fortunate because there's not much of an opportunity for wrestlers to get into any professional thing. You know, the professional wrestling is more of entertainment than athletics. So I'm not saying they're great athletes. They are great athletes, but it's a lot more into the entertainment realm where at least now a really great wrestler can get into MMA and make a living at it.
Absolutely. Make a great living.
Yes. I'm sure retirement's early, but it's a great living.
Brutal sport.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it's not as bad from what I understand and the research I've done. Not quite as bad as boxing.
Yeah. Two points by the young man from Jersey Shore. Takedown.
And again, we don't really they don't supply us with the names of these exhibition matches. But varsity will start shortly after this, and I believe they're starting at, Coach Nasdale told me they're starting at 126.
Okay. Well, the young man from Jersey Shore just recorded the fall. A little over
And
a
at
minute in the
170,
first
Jersey
period.
Shore's Evan Sellinger takes down
And
Peter
now it's
Lugano
time
by
to
fall,
rock and
and
roll.
time will be
Going to have
103.
introductions and get the show on the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Millionaires of Williamsport are coached by Brian Nasdia, and the
Did you hear that? It sounds like great new deals at Cups, your vacuum center. We offer new and used vacuums from all of the best brands, including Kirby, Shark, Dyson, Electrolux, Auric, Hoover, and many more. Got an old vacuum that needs repair? Trust that our service repair technician will get it working like new again. For bags, belts, filters, repairs, and
Okay, we're at the introductions here, and soon we'll be wrestling here. I think there are several forfeits. I believe Williamsport will probably have 2, and I think
tonight's
Jersey
match
Shore
will
has
start at
1.
126 pounds. Jersey Shore's Isaiah Leone will take on Jacob Sherp, Williamsport. At 132 pounds, Austin Bouse of Jersey Shore will wrestle Cam Nickey of Williamsport.
And Cam has a twin brother. I don't know if he's in the lineup tonight, but
At 138, it'll be Alan Saar wrestling Jarrett Jones of Williamsport.
I don't believe he is, Coach.
No, I don't think so. Their dad is in the
From Jersey Shore,
as the assistant coach of Williamsport.
Okay.
Will wrestle Richard Lowry of Williamsport.
We have several trivia questions tonight, and we'll get to them
At
if we have a break
152,
here in
Seth
action.
Young will wrestle either Mike Boyd or Alec Dickey.
Well, there his brother is in the lineup. I don't know if who will go
At
out there.
160, Hayden Swartwood or Hunter O'Connor will wrestle Drew Lutz of Williamsport.
I know the Swartwood kid for Jersey Shore, I believe, is a returning state place winner.
Yes, he is. He took 7th in states
And
last
one
year.
of those two
He's
will likely
probably their
wrestle Quentin Lowry or Torrin Potts of Williamsport.
probably one of their better wrestlers, at least in the lineup here. Has quite a few credentials as a student and as a wrestler as well.
It's impressive for sure.
At 195, Max Mason or Logan Hewling will wrestle Eric Budnovich.
Again, the one trivia question will be for
At 182, Blake Neal will wrestle
Yancey Cup. Donated a pair
Robert
of
Lee Potts
4
or
Nike
Lowry.
wrestling sneakers and a Brute headgear for a littler guy, elementary, junior high level.
Or Brett Kepler of Jersey Shore as well.
That number for the trivia question is
And Jersey
570
Shore's Brandon Markle will wrestle at 285.
322 3298. And we'll get to those trivia questions. One is
At
for the
106, Williamsport's Alan Cartwright will have a forfeit.
wrestling sneakers and headgear, and the other's for a $50 gift certificate
At
to the Villa.
113, Jersey Shore's Champion
Good stuff. Looks like Williamsport is going to have forfeits at the 220 class and the heavyweight as well.
And
And at 120 in the final match, Jersey Shore's Hunter Zondori will take on Drew Klein of Williamsport.
Jersey Shore, according to what
Thank you, enjoy the match.
Coach Herman gave me, they're forfeiting at 106. So the match is starting at 126.
If you want to take out your 50-50 tickets, we'll do that.
Looks
really
like we have
quickly as
Jacob
well.
Sherman. He's a senior for Williamsport.
Number 76.
Looks like our captains are coming out to the middle of the mat right now.
88.
Again, we'd like to thank PA Sports Live for the live stream broadcast.
88.
Really great exposure for our local athletes. Wrestling really has benefited from this, in my opinion, Coach.
Oh, absolutely. I mentioned this so many times. I mean, and it's ironic that we do have people calling in, aunts, uncles from Georgia, from Pittsburgh, able to watch their nieces and nephews. We do have girls wrestling now live. And this is great for the sport. Okay, starting at 126, young man from Jersey Shore is Isaiah Leone. Career record 32-25. He took third place last year in the District 4 tournament, and he's a senior.
Yep, we have Jacob Sherman from Williamsport. He's a senior as well. Quick shot.
Yeah, quick single shot by Isaiah, and got 2 out of it.
Very aggressive. If this team's anything like their head coach, you're going to see some aggressive wrestling out here tonight.
Yeah, Croc was a good one, and they have some quality assistant coaches. Dan Muthler, everybody in Jersey Shore, he's a legend in Jersey Shore.
Yes, he sure is.
And there's another takedown. Mr. Leone's up 4-1, riding pretty tough.
Yeah, he sure is. He's got a bar, looks like wrapped up there.
You know, Jersey Shore has a good, solid team. They won the Top Hat Championship.
Yes.
And Jersey Shore,
tough
young
tournament.
man, let him on his feet. Seems to be more confident. Let him up, but seems to be more confident on his feet.
Right back into the single.
Good whizzer from Williamsport kid. Went out of bounds in neutral position. You know, Matt wrestled back when I was coaching. We were just commenting on when we'd wrestle up here. This place was rocking. I mean, it was standing room only.
Yeah, I mean.
Shot by Williamsport kid, but a counter by Mr. Leone. Sorry if I mispronounced your name there, young man, but just stick with Isaiah.
Both young men are battling pretty hard on their feet, fighting for hand control right now.
Less than a minute left, first period. Score 4-2.
Yep, traditionally we've had epic battles, Williamsport and Jersey Shore, over the years, and wrestling being the one sport where it was truly that way, and to the point where fist fights nearly breaking out in the stands.
For many, many years, I was a very disliked individual in Jersey Shore.
Nice quick shot by Mr. Leone. Right in that single. He has a knack getting in there very quickly.
Get another takedown, 35 seconds left, 6-2 score.
Got him barred up again, tight waist.
Yeah, Isaiah seems to be dominating so far.
Looks like they're going to work their way out of bounds. 21 seconds left in the first period.
I'd be surprised if he lets him up. He doesn't have a whole lot of time to get another takedown, and looks like he's going to try and ride him out.
He's tough on top, Isaiah.
Tight waist chop and controlling wrists. We did a lot of that back in the day when I was coaching, you were wrestling. We did a lot of that wrist control stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
And the young man from Williamsport got an escape.
6-3, end of the first period.
That's a pretty good match so far. 6-3, certainly not out of control.
Looks like the young man from Jersey Shore is going to take bottom. We'll see how Jacob Sherman does on top, if he can ride him out or try to turn him here in the second period.
Quick stand up, no escape yet. Sherman's doing a pretty good job riding, tied up a wrist, trying for a tilt there.
He looks tough on top.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's got to get back points. So no riding time, obviously, in high school anymore. And I hate to see that. Been out for a long, long time. still very critical in college matches.
Oh, absolutely. And it should be looks like Mr. Leone got an escape.
He's working for a fall, and Williamsport young men working for a fall, and a little overzealous, and that's another takedown for Isaiah.
9-3, a minute 18 left in the second period.
And, you know, bonus points are always critical in matches. And, you know, we talked about that for you people new to wrestling. You can get the more points you score. If you score 8 or more, it's a major decision, which is 4 points for the team rather than 3. If you score more than 15, then your opponent, it's a tech fall and it stops, and it's 5 points for the team. And of course, a pin is 6 points for the team, or a forfeit. In this case, we have 3 forfeits. Jersey Shore 106, Williamsport at 220, and heavyweight.
So you're looking at 18 points right there, right off the bat, without any wrestling happening.
Yeah, sometimes those forfeits are they can kill you. You know, in college they changed it now. There's a 4-point near fall rather than a 3-point near fall.
That's something new. Is it this year that
this
came
year,
into effect?
Yep, this year.
And as we talked about the riding time, I agree with you. You know, if you ride an opponent out for 2 minutes, it's a lot of hard work. You get no reward for it. And
now he's getting some, Isaiah's getting some back points with legs. He's hooking up a move there, if he can get it, called a guillotine, and he slipped. Williamsport young man slipped out of it.
I don't think he earned any points with that, Coach.
I don't think there was a 2 count there. You have to have a 2 count by that official, and that's what they're doing. They're waving their hand out there. They're counting. Need 2 points to get any points. 2 waves of your hand to get any points. They're supposed to be seconds, but usually they go a lot faster than a second. But okay, again, we'd like to thank our sponsor. We did, interview Yancey Cup. He's a great sponsor for us. Really appreciate it. Yancey wrestled for me back in the day, and Webb Weekly, Jimmy Webb, we really appreciate it. And Rennie Road Armold, Allstate Insurance, Scott Johnson, Realty World, Booth and Deutsch, and Matt, I guess, is now selling real estate for that company.
Yes, that is correct, Coach. I just started with them.
And we want to
real
thank,
estate and insurance.
We want to thank the Villa for their $50 gift certificate, and that will be one of our trivia questions. Okay, you can go, Jimmy Webb supports a lot of this. Webb Weekly, you can go to webweekly.com, or you can download the app on your iPhones or your phones. You can actually watch this live stream on your phone. That's what I do. I go home after this and watch it on my phone.
Yeah, Jimmy, he's a great supporter of local sports here in the area. His son is a tremendous baseball player for Loyalsock High School.
His older son, Jimmy, I think, is playing baseball at, I believe, Wake Forest.
Yeah, I believe he was.
I don't know if he's still there. I just heard today I might have transferred to Lock Haven. I don't know, but he was a great athlete too, baseball player, and I guess their younger son, Hunter Webb, is a good athlete at Loyalsock as well. But
following right in his brother's footsteps.
Yeah. Well, we do want to thank Jimmy Scape there for it's a pretty good match here. Escape for the Jersey Shore young man, up the score to 10-3. Less than a minute left.
Both wrestlers are still working hard.
And he needs another takedown. Jersey Shore young man get some bonus points here. And, almost Williamsport got a takedown out of that. I know these periods are only 2-2-2, but if you never wrestled, you can't believe how demanding those 2-2-2 periods are. You have to be in excellent condition. I think the sport requires the best condition. You were a great football player, USA All-American, and man, when you stepped into the mat room, it was a whole different story.
Took a while to get in shape. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Headlock.
Yep, there's the Williamsport kid tried a move which he needed. He's down by 7 points. He needed put the guy on his back, and he give him credit. He tried.
Yeah, I can commend him for the effort.
And now he's still going and for a head chancery, and if Jersey Shore could get a takedown out of there, it'd be some bonus points, but I don't think it's going to happen.
And I have a lot of respect for the young man from Williamsport trying to move like that. Out of desperation. He needed it.
He needed it and tried it.
At 126, the Bulldogs, Isaiah Leone takes down Jacob Sherman.
Hard-fought victory.
Nice job, Isaiah, and well fought by the Williamsport young man. He was a third-place finisher in the districts last year, and he's going against
Cameron Dickey from Williamsport. He's a sophomore, and I do believe his father's on the staff at Williamsport.
Yes,
Cameron's
I believe
a tough
he's
kid.
assistant coach. Yep, he is twin brother. And Mr. Bouse is in on a single. Cameron's putting up a good fight, good crossface there, and cuts across and gets 2 out of it. Austin.
Nice takedown.
Yeah, well fought takedown.
As you mentioned, Coach, the conditioning, and I'm not sure a lot of people know what goes into it. It's a lot of the stuff that happens outside of practice, the running, the biking, the treadmill.
The Sunday runs, the optional Sunday runs.
Yeah, keyword optional. Should have been mandatory.
Well,
they basically were, but that's what's needed. I mean, to go all out for 6 minutes, 3 2-minute periods, and a lot of times conditioning, it can win you the match, or if you're unconditioned, can cost you a match.
And wrestling, and I said this, you know, my son was a state champ, you were a state champ. You can't do that by yourself. You need a practice guy in the room, and that practice guy deserves as much credit as you know, almost as much as you winning the state title, because you can't win it on your own.
No.
You can't wrestle with yourself.
I was fortunate to have a great heavyweight partner who was a little younger than I, Ben Mayer, who we had some epic battles in the mat room, but it really made us both better. Someone like that caliber athlete to push.
Okay, Mr. Dickey here got an escape. This is a good match. 2-1 right now in first period, about 30 seconds left.
It's a bit of a dogfight here in the first period.
Yeah, sure is. Match like this, as Matt said, conditioning could play a major factor in it.
Looks like Dickey's trying to work an underhook. Oh, nice
good
double
shot,
leg.
good double. He's in deep.
Nice finish.
Austin scrambles and came out through the back. No points awarded yet. And I'll tell you, that could have been, Austin fought well out of that, coming out through the rear, and maybe another second could have been a takedown, but time ran out. Score 2-1.
It's good mat awareness, knowing his position, knowing the time, not to give up that takedown with 5 seconds left.
And
Cameron's going to take bottom here in the second period.
Austin on top, still a competitive match here, 2-1.
Looks like the young man from Jersey Shore is trying to throw legs here.
Working on a possible cradle. Now he's got a half.
Nothing tougher than a good leg man, Coach. On top.
Yeah, and we had, remember Bill Berry and
Bauer.
Wade Bauer, Wondrous Wade, I used to call him. And Cameron tried to stand up there. Mr. Bouse doing a good job riding, hooked up a cradle. Whether I get points out of this. Cameron broke it.
Needs to get his head up.
There's an email the other day from our coach. Read the skim over that email and tell him.
You know, this gets televised, and Dickey did get an escape. Scores down 2-2. This gets televised, or not televised, this gets live streamed to all these coaches, and we're getting, we got a
lot of positive feedback.
Truman University, we just got a text that thanking us for doing this, that they need wrestlers, so they're watching this, and a great recruiting tool for colleges.
Sure is, Coach. I mean, years ago, without this technology that we have now, I mean, you'd have coaches that have to fly in to physically see a wrestler, where now they get the exposure live streaming. And
sit
PA
and watch
Sports.
it in their office.
Exactly.
You know, it's all due to PASportsLive.com, and Mr. Bouse got a takedown and up the score to 4-2, and there's plenty of time left for Cameron to score. You know, down to 30 seconds, a little over 30 seconds, but plenty of time to get an escape. He's up on his feet, trying to get some hand control, and Mr. Bouse took him down with control and no points. It out of bounds. Hey, you still time to get an escape. 22 seconds left. You know, this gets streamed out to hundreds of colleges. We got legs in. Mr. Baus got legs in, and they're probably going to ride out the time here. It's tough getting out of legs in a short period of time. He's real close to a figure four, which is illegal, but 5 seconds left. Matt here's reading a text we got sent from Truman University.
Basically, it's due to PA Sports Live. We're getting feedback from coaches from different schools, and they're talking about a tool used for recruiting student athletes, getting the exposure that they're getting.
Okay, Mr. Baus got an escape and going on the attack. Put Dickey, caught Cameron in a kind of a throw scenario and got 2 out of it. Ups the score to 7-2, a minute 30 seconds left. I don't know if the Jersey Shore. And then he gave 1 for Dickey out of bounds.
7-3, a minute 33 left in the third period.
I didn't see that 1 out of bounds, but the ref's a lot closer than I am. I think Mr. Baus wanted to go on his feet anyway because he was signaling to his bench there should he go up on his feet. A lot of time for Cameron. He's got to get something going there.
Looks like the young man from Jersey Shore is in pretty deep on a single leg, but they are near the edge of the mat.
And this young man from Jersey Shore is a senior. I think Mr. Dickey's only a sophomore,
Yes,
so he's back for another 2 years. Doing a great job here against this veteran from Jersey Shore.
Yeah, Mr. Dickey will have a bright future if he continues to work hard, that's for sure. There's some promising signs from what I'm seeing here. Nice shot.
Taking shots, you know.
He's aggressive.
He's gonna need more than 2 takedowns because he gets 1 takedown. He's gonna have to give Mr. Baus an escape, and he's gonna actually need 3 takedowns to win this. And running out of time here, less than 40 seconds. And Austin still doing a good job shooting in. Back on their feet. A little less than 40 seconds left.
Now's where we need that 5-point move,
That's where
Coach.
we need that feet to back move that we talked about on our way up here. You always have to have that move for situations like this. I mean, the takedown's not going to do it.
Exactly. Headlock, a throw.
Lateral drop, something.
Lateral drop.
Something upper body. You know, we used to do quite a bit upper body in the room when you wrestled for that exact reason. 19 seconds. Cameron's going to need a big move here.
Looks like they're tying up here pretty much. The young man from Jersey Shore.
And there's a nice duck under, real nice duck under for 2. Austin Baus and get legs in, and 4 seconds. That's tough to get out of those they call scoops.
The young man from Jersey Shore really worked all the way to the end. Kept aggressive.
9-3.
Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Cups Vacuum Center, Yancey Cup, the Webb Weekly and Jimmy Webb, Rennie Rodmerl, Allstate Insurance, the Villa, and Realty World, Booth & Deutsch. Realty World is one of the oldest real estate brokerages in the area. Since 1952, we have offices in Montoursville, Lewisburg, and Danville. We are a full-service real estate brokerage offering residential, commercial, land sales, rentals, property management, and appraisals. Realty World, Booth & Deutsch.
And this is Austin Saar for Jersey Shore, career record of 58-40. He was a district champ last year, and 2013 was 3rd in the districts. So he's a pretty veteran young man. He's a senior.
We have Jarrett Jones from Williamsport. He's a junior, Coach.
And
takedown by Saar.
Started off with a takedown, a nice takedown by Saar, and then Jarrett got an escape, and Saar got another takedown. Now he's tilting him, and he's got 3 out of it. Score's gonna. Oh, the ref only gave 2.
Minute left here in the first period. Looks like Saar's trying to work that bar, tie those wrists up.
Yep, inside one-on-one and trying to convert it, and Jarrett got an escape. Score 6-2. About 45 seconds left in first period. Allen's got some experience, takes a shot there. Got the leg, if he can finish it. 30 seconds left. Jarrett's doing a good job with the whizzer there and killing the head. Doesn't let Al's head out of there. Tough to score unless you clear your head.
Near the edge of the match, the young man from Williamsport
15
trying
seconds,
to work his way out. So we tell our kids, know your position on the mat.
Yep.
Don't give up anything easy near the edge or with little time left.
Well, now they've actually changed the rules a little bit in high school. You can be totally out of bounds if your toes are still in. That's called supporting points. You can get a takedown.
Fall even, couldn't you?
In college, it's even, you can be totally out of bounds and still get points. Score 6-2 at the end of first period. Alan Saar, Jersey Shore senior.
Mr. Saar, returning district champion.
Last year, yep, it was a District 4 champion. Jarrett doing a pretty good job. Oh, got caught in a chancery. Saar got a reversal and back points. Jarrett's fighting hard to get out of there.
He's got that tight, Coach. I don't know. It's
and a lot of time, over a minute and 30, and there's the fall.
Can happen that quick. You get caught in a move like that, and it's so tight, it's almost impossible, especially with that much time left in the period. 12-0 at this point. Jersey Shore is leading in team points.
And 145 for Jersey Shore is Colin McLaughlin, career record 7-4, and he is a senior.
Going against Richie Lowry from Williamsport, who's a junior.
Richie,
Lowry gets a quick takedown.
Quick young man. He got a quick takedown, up 2-0. Rich Lowry from Williamsport. What is he, a junior?
He's a junior. Yes, sir, Coach. He has another year left.
Yep. Williamsport has a lot of young kids in the lineup. Should be pretty good next year. Jersey Shore has quite a few seniors. This young man being one of them. Okay, our first trivia question of the night is for the pair of Nike wrestling sneakers size 4 and a headgear. First trivia question of the night. And this is probably a pretty easy one for you wrestling fans. Who was Williamsport's last state champion? And that number to call is 570-322-3298. And again, that trivia question is who was Williamsport's last state champion for a pair of wrestling sneakers, size 4, and a headgear for little guy wrestling?
Richie has a nice tight waist here, looking.
He's kind of in control, looking to work a tilt, and he's got it there and getting some points out of it.
He's got to watch his own back. He got closer to.
Yeah, there's such a thing as a defensive pin, and you can.
Nice work on the tilt, trying to turn it again.
Yourself, and he's up 5-0, and he's kind of in command, Richie. Doing a good job.
Yeah, I've watched him wrestle a few times this year. I believe he's a tough kid. And again, he's only a junior, so we'll see what the future holds for Richie. Out of bounds.
And senior Colin McLaughlin.
27 seconds left in the first period. 5-0, Richie Lowry.
Doing a good job riding. You know, one thing that's changed over the years is you see a lot of wrestlers with tattoos. At the college level, you see a ton of them.
Oh, yeah.
And even the high school level now, that's a very popular thing, tattoos. You see it a lot. Richie trying to tilt again, didn't get it. That guy's from Jersey Shore giving him his wrist. And he's doing a good job. Collins doing a good job not getting tilted. 5-0.
Second period.
Yep, second period, 5-0. Favor of Williamsport.
Jersey Shore is going to take bottom.
Team score 12-0, Jersey Shore. Again, we want to thank PASportsLive.com for allowing this. It seems to be becoming very popular. I have people, approaching me saying, hey, we're really glad you're pushing wrestling, giving wrestling some exposure. And Jersey Shore young man's on his verge of getting out. No escape yet, but still no escape. Still no escape awarded by the official. Still in a neutral position. If they'd go out of bounds right now, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a 1 because no one has control. And I don't see the ref putting it up. No. I would have thought that would have been an escape because no one had. An escape is when no one has control. And I didn't think anybody had control going out of bounds. Of course, the ref is closer than I am.
Yeah, and good coaching on Coach Nasdio's part. I saw him talk to his wrestler about working his way out of bounds. They were so close to the line.
Caution on Mr. Lowry.
As you had mentioned, though, Coach, the exposure this gives, it's really something. I mean, worldwide, we get calls in from all over the U.S., and family members can watch their loved ones that they don't have an opportunity to see wrestle anywhere in the world for that matter.
Yep, they can. I mean, these kids can have an aunt in Germany and they can watch them wrestle live. Again, that trivia question for the pair of sneakers donated by Yancey Cup. Cup's Vacuum Center, pair of sneakers, size 4, and a headgear. That trivia question is, who was Williamsport's last state champion? At numbers 570-322-3298.
Young man from Williamsport's riding tough on top, tight waist. Trying to bar the arm up and get another turn here. 40 seconds left here in the second period.
And no scoring yet in second period. Almost an escape by the Jersey Shore young man.
Yeah, he chose bottom, the Jersey Shore young man. I always looked at bottom as an opportunity to score points. When you take bottom, you have to know you can get out and score points.
And I always liked you guys to take bottom because it was an opportunity to score.
Absolutely.
If we were forced to take our choice second period, I usually, unless you were dominating the guy on your feet, would say, hey, down. You go down and get 1 out of it.
Hold on 1 second. Answer Matt Neenan. Oh, you're the winner, buddy.
Well, we got a winner for that trivia question, and Williamsport's last state champion sitting right here with me, Matt Neenan.
What's your name, buddy?
Hard to believe, isn't it?
It's probably your son calling.
26 years ago.
Oh, you're Matt's dad?
We just heard it was Matt's dad, Terry.
Oh, boy.
Terry, I think you're disqualified from that.
That was too easy for him.
Yeah, I guess we have to put a little asterisk on that. It can't be a father or mother of the guy who was the answer of the trivia question.
I'll tell you, the young man, the wrestler for Jersey Shore, seems to be tough on top.
He's doing a good job. Rich scored points in the first period, but this guy has legs in and trying to turn them. And
picture frame in the head.
Mm-hmm. Got that.
I almost feel guilty about taking this stuff.
Well, you have a son. He's big.
Yeah.
He's probably outgrew those size 4.
I'm sure we can find good use for him, though.
Oh yeah. I got a
a
little grandson wrestling. He's eventually going to be a size 4. But yeah, we'll put him to good use.
Minute left, third period. Richie Lowry up 7-0. Going to let his opponent up. Still working hard.
Minute left, 7-0. Richie's probably trying to go for some bonus points here.
Confident on his feet, confident he can score a takedown here. Less than a minute left.
Matt, I think that trivia question was fixed. You got yourself a pair of. Your dad donated them to you. I think that was fixed. And that, not a takedown yet, but if Rich keeps his toes in there and gets control, I guess he stepped out. Start again, 42 seconds left. 42.6, 7-1 lead. A takedown by Rich could be bonus points, and there
nice
he goes
shot.
for it. Nice shot, nice single. Didn't get it finished yet.
Trying to pull him back in bounds. They're near the edge of the mat. Nope. 27 seconds left.
So what size wrestling sneaker does your son wear right now?
I believe he's in his 6.
Yeah, he's a pretty big boy. Yeah. Matt has a son, first year wrestling in the elementary. Looks like he's going to be a heavyweight too. Rich is fighting. He's trying to get these bonus points. About 15 seconds left. Score 7-1. Rich Laurie from Williamsport still working on that single. Give the young man from Colin from Jersey Shore credit. He's still fighting, trying not to give up those bonus points.
I actually saw his coach reiterate that to him.
Yep,
Just don't give up any points this late.
No bonus
in the
points.
match.
Yep.
Deep
Rich is
shot,
in on
though.
a double. And no takedown yet.
Oh.
And boy, what a fight. What a fight at the
effort.
end. And what an effort by Colin to prevent those bonus points. And that's important too, you know.
At 145 pounds,
It could not be a victory for the team, but if you stop giving up, prevent bonus points, that in a sense sometimes can win or lose a dual meet. Okay, the young man for Jersey Shore is Seth Young, and this young man has quite a bit of experience. He's a senior this year. His career record is 50-19. He was a district champion last year in 2014, a runner-up as a district, and last year he was also 4th in the Northwest Regional Tournament. So he's got quite a bit of experience. I remember this name.
Yeah, quite a pedigree.
Seth Young, yep.
Williamsport, we have Mike Boyd. He's a senior coach. Both guys battling hard. Nice shot.
Yep, nice shot by Seth, and
Did he get his 2?
I don't know, it was awful close, but the official feels it wasn't 2. Seth did a good job by trying to keep his toes in. Team scored 12-3. It's a competitive dual meet so far.
Yeah, it sure is. Both teams working hard. Again, near the edge of the mat.
Our next trivia question we'll get to in a little bit. The winner of that gets a $50 gift certificate to the Villa, and great food at the Villa. I know the Kraus family well, and they've always supported athletics in the Williamsport area, and great food at the Villa. I've eaten there myself many times. And by the way, we can't have a relative of the person calling in.
Yeah, we should make that known.
I guess we have to
in the future.
announce that, yeah. This is very competitive. This kid from Williamsport is doing a good job against a veteran here for
seasoned veteran.
Yeah,
yes, he
for
is.
Jersey Shore, a senior, and wow, was in on doubles, and the Williamsport kid did a switch kind of motion, and
a lot of flurries here. I mean, both guys going at it. 22 seconds left in the first period.
Conditioning might be a factor in this one because they're battling. No
Could
score.
That's what you have to do. Go out there and compete. You can't worry about who your opponent is. And you go out there and have that confidence you can win every match.
Seth locked up a cradle, but and right at the end got 2.
Got his 2 at the buzzer. Both guys working hard. Good job on Seth's part, though, to secure that takedown right at the buzzer.
And Williamsport young man has choice and took feet. Must feel pretty confident on his feet, and he probably is, you know. 1 takedown scored at the end of first period by Mr. Young, who is a senior. It's a pretty nice career record, 50-19.
Yeah.
And Williamsport kid on a single shot.
Staying aggressive, going in the legs, trying to get a takedown.
this is something that college kids are doing and high school kids are doing. And as a coach, they rest the leg on their knee or on their thigh, and to me that arm becomes meaningless in your defense when it's rested on your thigh.
Hey, you see so much more of that today.
Yeah, you do. I mean, these guys at the collegiate level are so good that they can do that, but man, I see it in the high school level too. And if I'd be coaching, I'd say as soon as that guy puts his leg on his thigh, you shoot. I mean, it's his arm on his thigh, you shoot. Oh, pulls him in. He gets 2. Seth doing a good job. Pulls him in to get 2 with a minute left. Scores up 4-0, but young man from Williamsport's doing a good job against this veteran for Jersey Shore.
Yeah, he sure is. He's battling hard. 50 seconds left in the second period. Trying to work for an escape here.
I'm sure Seth, he looks a little frustrated, looks at the coach, and
Now's where you have to score on bottom if you're Williamsport. Get some points here in the second period.
yeah, a lot of time to score. We'll see what Seth does here on top. Using some legs.
Potentially dangerous called there. Some frustration being shown here from the young man from Williamsport. Just have to keep his composure and keep working hard.
Yeah, and Seth's got shows a little frustration himself, kind of pushing the kid, and that's really could be considered unsportsmanlike conduct. And man, the kid from Williamsport in a scramble, and Seth came out of that real good, and
A lot of action in this match, Coach.
he gave him 1.
Both these guys are going at it.
4-1. This is turning into a real
Barn burner,
yeah,
if
it
you
sure
will.
is. I think both kids are getting a little frustrated and going at it hard. There's a shot by Seth at the edge. Mr. Boyd's got a nice whizzer in there, and Seth's trying to pull it in like he did last time. I don't know if he's going to get it. And the ref did give him 2.
That's unfortunate if you're Williamsport. You're so close. Keep that whizzer in and work your way out of bounds. He just wasn't able to. And looks like the young man's
I don't know
injury
what happened.
timeout.
I don't know if he
Tweaked
didn't really
the knee.
see. Yeah, I didn't really see what happened there. But Jersey Shore trainers going over to check on him. And now today, every athletic team has a trainer. And it usually
Looks to be in some pain, Mike.
yeah, he does. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he
A knee or an
she's
ankle, possibly.
checking his ankle. Well, this would be a shame. This is a competitive match. I hope the young man's able to return and continue because score 6-1.
Did you hear that? It sounds like great new deals at Cups, your vacuum center. We offer new and used vacuums from all of the best brands, including Kirby, Shark, Dyson, Electrolux, Auric, Hoover, and many more. Got an old vacuum that needs repair? Trust that our service repair technician will get it working like new again. For bags,
Back in there.
Rennie Road Armor, Allstate Insurance, Realty World, Booth & Deutsch, and The Villa. Again with PASports.com.
And you want some more information with Web Weekly, they show you some sports information. Go to webweekly.com, or you can download. They have an app you can download on your phone. Jimmy Webb follows a lot of sports, football, basketball, and now he's following wrestling, or at least supporting it. These guys are kind of going at it there. A little animosity.
Yeah, I believe Seth Young from Jersey Shore is a tough kid, as well as Mike Boyd from Williamsport.
7-1, yeah, Mike's, considering Seth's experience, I think Mike Boyd's doing a great job.
Working hard. Both men on their feet working for a takedown.
Yeah, plenty of time, 1:35. Seth in on a sweep single. Mike's with a little head chancery kind of counter and got out of it.
Oh, almost bull rushed him there for a takedown. Took him out of bounds, though.
Yeah, ref
This
calls
kid's
it
physical.
out. Yeah, Seth is doing a good job on taking reshots. The kid from Williamsport shoots in, and Seth is using that as a setup to shoot.
I can see why Seth was a district champion last year and a fourth place regional place winner. He's a tough kid.
Yep, and there's
There he
another
goes.
takedown for Seth, up the score to 9-1. I'm sure Seth would like to get more bonus points. Right now he does have a major decision, but
Trying to work that cradle, it looked
Mr.
like there.
Boyd looks like he might get an escape out of this, but Seth's hanging on to that leg and dragging him back in, and 40 seconds left.
Looks like he's trying to work a power half.
Oh, pretty good crossface there.
Looks like some frustration starting to rise here from both wrestlers.
Less than 30 seconds, and Seth has a pretty commanding lead, 9-1. Team score 12-3. And not much motion. Oh, there's the cradle hooked up, and no points yet. Mr. Boyd's doing a good job.
That knee in his back there,
Yep, that's kind of tough. Seth's doing his best to try and turn him, and Mr. Boyd's having a good base there, and Seth kind of gives up the cradle. Tries to get it again. 5 seconds left. Seth is trying his best to get some back points, was able, but does come away with a 9-1 decision, which is an extra point for Jersey Shore.
The young man from Jersey Shore is a very physical wrestler.
Yeah, so Mr. Boyd I think did a good job, even though he lost 9-1, did a pretty good job.
Yep, he worked hard all 3 periods.
Well, Seth being a regional 4th place finisher last year. And this young man from Jersey Shore, I don't think this is Swarthward. I don't know who they have in here.
I believe we have Drew and Lutz at Williamsport at
They
160.
did weigh 2 guys in, and Coach Herman only gave me 1 guy at 60, but they did weigh 2 guys in. I think Swarthwood might be moving up. So again, I apologize. Coach Herman didn't give me the name of this young man.
It's like,
But he caught him in the cradle, and boy, it looks
it's
awful
tight.
flat from here. And yep,
that's tough to get out of, Coach. You get locked up in that. It's so tight.
I apologize to this young man.
Jersey Shore.
He did a great job out there.
Wins over Williamsport.
Well, that was Swartwood.
By fall. In a time of 29.
Oh, that was Swarthward? Okay.
According to the
Sorry.
announcer, it sure was.
Hayden Swarthward, then I thought this young man was, but it's one of their better boys. Hayden, a record of 107-33. He's the Key Club president. District 4 champ, state qualifier. Last year took 7th in state, Mr. Swartward. So this young man then must be Hunter O'Connor. Career record 12-7, and according to what Coach gave me, he's only a 9th grader.
Yep. And we have Torrin Potts from Williamsport, who's a sophomore.
Yeah, Torrin's a great athlete. His dad wrestled, and Matt and I were just talking about it. Warney Potts wrestled. Of course, and this is Warney's son. Torrin, he's also a great baseball player, but a very good athlete, very good wrestler.
I know his dad had him wrestling since he was a little guy, so I think he may have been in kindergarten or 1st grade when he started. Got quite a bit of experience under his belt.
I apologize to Hayden because I think both these guys weighed in at the same weight. I'm sorry, Hayden. I apologize to you for my confusion. We do want to thank PASportsLive.com for doing this for wrestling and giving wrestlers some recognition. Yeah, this is Hunter O'Connor. He's only a freshman. And Riz is showing us over 100 colleges are viewing this right now. 100 colleges are viewing this. I mean, this is a great recruiting tool, as Matt said.
Division 1, 2, and 3 schools. Getting a lot of exposure here. PASportsLive.com.
And then Hunter in on a shot, and Torrin kind of doing a pretty good job of Countering.
North Carolina State, Illinois, Wilkes, Brockport.
My son went to North Carolina State. And I know the coaches down there. But there's some quality teams watching
Edinburgh.
this. Quality teams watching this. And I'm sure
Alfred State.
I'm sure Hayden is being sought after by a lot of colleges. He's a tough young guy. Hayden Swartworth.
Coach Krebs at Lycoming College.
107-33 record. And you showed he was pretty tough. He came out here and did put kind of short work to the Williamsport kid. Nothing against the Williamsport kid, but Hayden's a tough competitor.
Yeah, with that resume he has, it was going to be tough to compete with him. Pitt.
There's a lot of Division I schools watching this. And again, this is to be a blessing for these college coaches, as Matt said, instead of hopping on a plane or hopping in your car to. It's a takedown by
right
Torin.
before the buzzer.
Yep, little shrug by and took him down.
Good work.
But yeah, these college coaches don't have to travel to Jersey Shore Gym to see Hayden or any other wrestler they're interested in. They can sit down in their office and watch it on the internet and replay it. Okay, Torin top, 2-0. It's inside 1-on-1. Good control there, good control in his head. A lot of pressure on this young man, Hunter O'Connor. Torin's doing a good job, got a half in, trying to run that half, going from one side to the other. 2-on-1. Looks like he's trying to set up a tilt here.
Another aspect of PASportsLive.com, we're able to actually see when people log in and start watching the live broadcast. It'll show you the time that they log in. Getting a lot of exposure out here for our young athletes in the area.
Which is it's about time for wrestlers, because Torin's going to get some back points
Nice
here.
work. Oh. You got awarded 2 back, and then I believe they rolled off the
2
mat.
backs
Coach.
and out of bounds, but Hunter was in pretty good position, kind of stepped over. Torin, had there been a little bit more mat space, might have been at least two reversal out of there, possibly some back points, but they were out of bounds. Torin's still in control, a minute left, 4-0 score.
Trying to tie a bar up there, it looks like.
Working that old tricep ride, and now he's got some one-on-ones.
Trying to pin that arm, it looks like, Coach. I think he wants to work that tilt.
He's trying for it. Good position on Torin. You know, putting a lot of pressure on the guy's head with his head, and that keeps him down.
He's a tough kid, Torin. Like I said, he's been at this sport for a while now. As you alluded to, he's an excellent overall athlete. And you can see that in his performance out there.
Yeah, this Hunter O'Connor looks like an up-and-coming young man. He's a 170 pounds freshman and has a 12-7 record. So
Yeah, that weight to compete as a freshman, you know, you're going to take your lumps, but he's out there competing with the best of them.
I'm sure the coaching staff at Jersey Shore here is looking forward to this young man wrestling for a few more years for him. You know, Coach Muthler and head Dan Muthler helping out. And our trivia question, while we got a little break here, our trivia question for the $50 gift certificate to the Villa is, what year did state champion Dan Muthler win his national championship title for the Naval Academy? What year was that? And the number is 570-322-3298. And that's a $50 gift certificate to the Villa. Again, the question is, what year did state champion Dan Muthler, and by the way, he was the first state champion for Jersey Shore, win his national championship for the Naval Academy? What year?
He's got an impressive resume.
Dan Muthler is a legend in this area. One of the best wrestlers ever to come out of this area.
I would say you're correct.
Torin's done a good job riding here, a minute 30 seconds. And as both Matt and I mentioned, you know, unfortunately you don't get Takes a lot of effort to ride a guy and control him, and you get nothing out of it unless you turn him. I mean, you control this guy for 2 minutes and not turn him and get 0 out of it, and that takes a lot of effort.
He's trying to work tilts. The kid from Jersey Shore, though, he's tough on bottom. He's not allowing to be turned at all.
And Torrin, I mean, you know, I'm sure the coaching staff at Williamsport looking forward to Torrin being in their room for the next couple of years. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah, yep. He's got 2 more years.
1971. No caller, you are wrong. 1971 is not the answer.
He did get a call on there, and they missed the year. This is a pretty difficult one, but it's worth a $50 gift certificate to the Villa. I'm sure Jersey Shore fans out there would get this one.
1954.
Nope, we got another one. 1954, you're aging poor Dan out there a little bit with that one.
That may have been the year he was born, possibly.
71 and 54.
Got 71 and 54. Someone's got to know that.
False start on top. Caution.
Yeah, too many cautions can result in a point for your opponent. 30 seconds left. Torrin's doing a good job riding, but unfortunately won't get any points out of it, but does have a 4-0 lead.
Still continuing to work for the fall. 15 seconds left. He's got a bar and a half. Oh, young man from Jersey Shore's clamming up now. I don't know if he's going to be able to score.
Yeah, 3 seconds left. This is going to end the second period, or excuse me, third period.
4-0.
Yes. Matt Neenan's dad said he remembers the year. And Neenan did not.
At 170 pounds, Williamsport Torrin Potts.
Matt Neenan's dad is he's a trivia buff here. He got that one as well.
I'm not sure how he would have known that one, but
well, he knew the.
I was unaware of that one.
He knew the first trivia question
I would
pretty
hope
good.
so.
Yeah. Okay, Torrin 4-0. Good victory for Torrin Potts. Young man from Jersey Shore is Blake Neal, junior.
We have Quentin Lowry from Williamsport, who's a sophomore coach.
Yep, I know. Williamsport has a lot of young kids, young good kids. And
They sure do.
Jersey Shore young man just got a kind of spin around takedown. The ref awarded 2. And his record, Blake, is 10-10 so far.
Yeah, they have a nice young nucleus here for both teams. More specifically, Williamsport with the underclassmen.
Young man from Jersey Shore hooked up a cradle, but Quentin's got some real good position and actually got a
good balance
reversal out of it. There you see the reversal. Scored 2-2. A lot of time left in first period. Young man from Jersey Shore standing up. Quentin's doing a pretty good job controlling him and took him down. One thing about these Williamsport kids, they fight. They fight to the end.
Yeah, they sure do.
And that's a good thing. I mean, I've seen a lot of kids ease up at the edge there and wind up getting scored on.
It's a compliment to Coach Nazio and his staff.
It certainly is.
Instilling
These
the
kids
toughness
are,
into these kids.
Coach Nazio was quite a wrestler for Williamsport himself.
Yes, he sure was.
I like to see these wrestlers who wrestled, you know, Croc Herman wrestled for Jersey Shore, back coaching. Brian wrestled for Williamsport, he's back coaching. And, you know, keeping it in the tradition of Williamsport and Jersey Shore.
Oh, absolutely. When you have alumni involved like that, it's important. You know, there's a lot of pride, there's a lot of tradition there.
I know Brian has his dad back involved with the elementary. His dad helped coach at the elementary when I was there, so he got his dad out of elementary coaching retirement, I guess, and got him back.
Yeah, that's great.
Score 3-2, Jersey Shore young man. And first period's coming to an end here, about 5 seconds left. There's a shot by Blake.
He said he loves the Villa. He's not giving that one up.
Matt's dad gave the headgear and shoes to his son Probably going to go to Muncie. I know his son wrestles for Muncie Elementary. Probably be a young man down in Muncie Elementary who's going to get a new pair of shoes and a headgear. But he said he's not giving the $50 gift certificate to the Villa up to his son because he loves the food at the Villa. Jersey Shore doing a good job riding here with a bar. He's up by a point, so Rich. Is this Rich Lowry, Coach?
Oh, this is Quentin Lowry. I believe it's his older brother.
I don't know if they're brothers. I don't know if the name's spelled the same, but they sure look like
it
brothers.
is.
Yeah. I know that I could be my misreading, but I know at Hughesville they looked like they were spelled differently. But
looks like the young man from Jersey Shore was trying to work a cradle, now a power half.
He's doing a pretty good job
tough.
riding. Rich trying to step over there. He's getting in a little better position. Quentin getting a little better position.
Again, has to work his way up to his base.
A lot of time to score. We're getting these calls out. Larry Cupp, Yancey's dad, who used to have Cupp's vacuum service, mentioned, I hate to say this, but Coach Best sounds like you've been doing this for years. It should be on ESPN. I don't know about that, Larry, but thanks for the compliment.
A true professional, Coach.
Yep.
Young man from Jersey Shore has that bar tied up.
Yeah, he's tying Quentin up here, and then he rode him. 30 seconds left, second period here.
3-2
He's
Jersey
up
Shore.
3-2. Quentin's got to do something here. He's got to score. He's down.
Oh,
Jersey Shore kid has a cradle hooked up. Whether he's going to score with it, not much time left, 20 seconds.
He's working
But he
hard.
and he got out of position. Quentin got a reversal out of it. Right at the end, goes up 4-3. 11 seconds, 10 seconds left.
He's physical on top, Quentin.
And there's Jersey Shore kid, got an escape with little lapse on Quentin's part, giving that up in less than 3 seconds. Jersey Shore's down, and to me that would be an advantage. If we have downs third period, when you wrestled, Matt, that to me was an advantage because we score.
Absolutely, an opportunity for points right there.
And Blake,
looks like
again,
he embraced
junior.
him.
Yep. Quentin is a junior again, I think.
He's a sophomore,
Sophomore,
Coach.
Quentin, wow.
Again, they have a nice young nucleus, Williamsport does. Bright future here.
I know their younger or lighter weights are mostly freshmen. And no escape yet. Oh, and converted to a reversal. Young man from Jersey Shore got a reversal and riding Quentin pretty tough. Scores 6-4.
2-on-1.
And we want to thank Yancey Cup for Cup's Vacuum Service for donating these trivia items, a pair of sneakers and a headgear. I know some young man is going to certainly appreciate that.
Yancey's very generous to the program, and again, the PASportsLive.com.
Personally want to thank Yancey and his dad for that compliment, but Yancey wrestled. His dad was involved with the wrestling program back then. Quentin's got to score here. He's down by 2 points. He's got to score and get a takedown, or at least get a reversal to tie this up. Both guys look a little fatigued.
Conditioning, that's where it comes into play. 1:22 left, so we'll see what happens here.
You can remember we never went a 2-2-2 in the wrestling room because you were wrestling with your buddies. We'd have to go 4-4-4s to get a 2-2-2 out of you guys.
Yeah, well.
But it paid off when we got out in the mat.
Sure
it paid
did.
off. Boy, Quentin's going to have to do something. A minute left. The guy from Jersey Shore, Blake, is doing a great job. Got a cradle. Getting points out of it now, but lost his grip, but got the points. I don't know if 2 or 3. Ref shows 2. Ref's got a pretty slow count, but at least he's consistent with it.
Yeah.
Jersey Shore young man looks a little fatigued. Only got 52 seconds left, so hopefully he can hold out. He's got a 4-point lead. Quentin's going to have to, again here, get a big move. Going to have to get the young man from Jersey Shore on his back, and that doesn't seem very likely unless there's a big mistake. In fact, the young man from Jersey Shore is turning Quentin, and the ref got one swipe out of it.
He's got him
Blake's doing a good job, and no points, though. Didn't hold him there long enough, according to the referee. 30 seconds left.
It's a compliment to Quentin to be able to fight through that.
Absolutely.
Because he had a tight bar on him. Back up to his feet.
Quint's pushing him back in the mat, trying to get an escape out of this, and Jersey Shore maintains control, takes him down to the mat. A little over 15 seconds left, 15.7. Fatigue's
definitely
playing
setting
up both parts.
Both wrestlers.
Yep, both wrestlers here. Fighting hard. Quentin's got to get a big move in 15 seconds.
Stranger things have happened.
Oh, absolutely.
Not likely, but certainly possible.
Well, I've seen guys get a pin in 15 seconds. And Quentin's going to have to do that now in less than 6 seconds. And doesn't look like it's going to happen. Looks like it's going to wind up 8-4, and it does.
Hard-fought victory.
From Blake Neal.
Blake, yep.
He's only a junior, so he's back next year for coaches at Jersey Shore.
Tough kid. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Cups Vacuum Center, the Web Weekly, Rennie Road Armor, Allstate Insurance, The Villa, and Realty World, Booth and Deutsch. Realty World is one of the oldest real estate brokerages in the area since 1952, with offices in Montoursville, Lewisburg, and Danville. We are a full-service real estate brokerage offering residential, commercial, land sales, rentals, property management, and appraisals. That's Realty World, Booth and Deutsch.
There's a young man from Jersey Shore, Conan Halling, if I pronouncing that first name correctly. If not, I apologize to Mr. Halling, but career record of 20 and 28. He's a junior. Got a takedown and some back points, and young man from Williamsport got an escape. Now Mr. Halling got another takedown out of it, so 7-1 and getting some back points again with a tilt.
For Williamsport coach, we have Eric Budnovich, and he is a senior.
We got pretty many points scored here in a less than a minute. 10-1 and still a minute left in first period. Mr. Hulling's doing a workman-like job out there.
Yeah, he seems to be a tough competitor.
Yeah,
career record of 20
and 28. We'd also like to thank our trivia expert, Mr. Terry Neenan, for winning both trivia questions, and he's a wrestling follower from way back.
Lifelong fan.
Mm-hmm. There's Mr. Halling, got another takedown, making the score 12-2. Good double shot, working tough on top.
He sure is. Has all his weight on his opponent, trying to work a cradle.
Crossface there. It looks like he's going to cradle it up, and he did.
Oh yeah.
And not a lot of time, 10 seconds, but and he let go of the cradle. Just got his points. He's up by 13 points, another 2 points, and going to be a tech fall.
15-2 at the end of the first period.
A lot of points scored there, 17 points in 2 minutes.
Young man from Williamsport elects to take neutral.
And I don't know if that was a wise decision, because the takedown here is going to be a tech fall. Yeah, and boy, it looks like he's going to get it. Mr. Halling's going to get it. Young man from Jersey Shore, and he did, but going for some back points, and he got a fall out of it. Wow. Wow.
We talk about giving up the bonus points. There was a perfect example of it.
Might not have been the best choice to go on your feet, but fall out of it. And score now 31-6, Jersey Shore.
Commanding lead.
And this young man, I don't believe Williamsport's going to put somebody out at 220. So he gets a forfeit.
2 minutes, 14 seconds.
And unfortunately, Williamsport has the forfeit at heavyweight, because the young man that's coming out here for Jersey Shore is Brandon
Packer, I believe.
285, Brandon Barker.
I don't know. I can't read Coach Herman's Barker. And this was his first match ever, so unfortunately Williamsport had a forfeit to him. But I know that 220-pounder Max Mason's pretty tough kid, 59-29 record, District 4 runner-up last year, and he also received a forfeit.
So Williamsport had a forfeit at 106. Alan Courtwright received that forfeit victory. Looks like we have Isaac Brooks at 113 for Williamsport, who's a freshman, coach, 9th grader.
And the young man from Jersey Shore is a 10th grader, Calvin Crape. And this is first year wrestling. So, and I know, what's Brooks's young name? Young
He's
man's
a freshman
name?
as well.
And his first name?
Isaac.
Yep, Isaac. He's pretty
Nice.
tough. He's
Yeah,
a
we've
pretty tough
watched him
young
a
man.
couple
I've seen him a
times.
couple times. Isaac and this young man from Jersey Shore. It's his first year wrestling. So he's doing a pretty good job. Isaac certainly has some experience on him, although he's only a 9th grader.
I believe he's been wrestling for a little while. He's got a
Oh,
leg
yeah,
in, trying to
sure,
work a half there.
I'm sure he's wrestled junior high and elementary.
yeah.
He's working for fall, and he's
There
going to get
it
it here.
Well, it was close
He
there.
lost it.
He got 2 back points out of it.
But this ref does a slow count there, but he's consistent with it. Don't see many 3-pointers. Back points. You don't see many 3-point back points there. Isaac's, I'm sure he's going to work for fall because he wants to get some bonus points. Team score 43-12, and then he's running bars.
Well, he's got
And
that
he's
pretty
got
tight.
a lot of time, 45 seconds, but giving the young man from Jersey Shore credit,
He's battling through and
Calvin,
got back to his stomach.
Yep, Calvin battled out of that and got to his stomach. You can see the inexperience. I mean, this young man, Jersey Shore, first year wrestling, and Isaac, I'm sure, has been wrestling many years, although only a 9th grader, but I'm sure probably started at the elementary level.
Yeah, you can tell with his skill set that he's been around
Been
a little
wrestling
while.
for a while, using legs and bars and mixing it up.
Young man from Jersey Shore's clamming up here at the moment, which I can't blame him if you're getting beat
Down
6-0.
first period. And Isaac showing a little frustration. You know, he's got to learn. Got to learn to work moves, whether the guy allows him to or not. He's got to learn to work it.
Make it happen.
Yep. Got to kind of force things.
Looks like he's going to defer here at the start of the second period. And
they're going on their feet.
Kid's going to take neutral. Oh, nice shot. Nice single leg. Quick, Isaac is.
Yeah, he is.
And aggressive as well. I mean, he one move to the next.
It's going to be a good one. This is
I was going to say.
a fall for Isaac. He's going to be a pretty good wrestler for Coach Nasio, only a 9th grader. He shows a lot of promise.
He sure does.
That was Isaac Brooks.
A nice talent that you have there to work with.
From Jersey Shore by fall in a time of 2 minutes, 17 seconds.
Again, if you want anything on the Web Weekly, go to webweekly.com, or you can download the app on your phone, and they cover a lot of sports, including wrestling.
Yep, great publication, the Web Weekly.
It sure is, and I personally want to thank Jimmy Webb for all his support. Okay, young man from Jersey Shore is another pretty tough kid from them Hunters and Dory. Career record 86-14. He's also a senior. He was a Pennsylvania State qualifier in 2015, a District 4 champion, and a Northeast Regional 3rd place. So he's got a wealth of experience here. The young man from Williamsport is
Drew Klein, who's a senior. Yeah, the young man from Jersey Shore has quite a resume.
And he quick on getting the takedown, got legs in.
He's trying to work. Yeah, he's in trouble, the young man from Williamsport here.
He's got to cradle out of legs, but he's out of bounds. Ref didn't make a count yet. Hunter's trying to bring him back in and has, and now the ref's counting. And this should be 3.
He got his 3 out of it. Like you said, this official has a slow count.
But he's consistent with it, and you can't complain about that. That makes a good official. Whether they're slow at calling pins or fast, if they're consistent, you can't complain.
He's trying to work that same move again. It's a cradle that he works out of legs. Pretty unique move, I would have to say.
Well, you were one of the few heavyweights in the state of Pennsylvania who actually used legs.
because I had a great coach teach me how to.
I don't know which coach was that.
That was you.
Oh, thanks.
Very effective technique, legs.
We did a lot of leg stuff.
Absolutely.
We did a lot of leg stuff. I learned it actually, didn't do it as a competitor, learned it as a coach from some of the best leg wrestlers in the United States. And I was doing clinics.
During that era, that was a top move. I mean, everyone that was successful used legs and used them well.
And Williamsport was kind of known for using legs. Here's
absolutely.
Hunter's doing a real workman-like job, getting more points. A young man from Jersey Shore using legs. And
got 3 more back points
Hunter's doing
awarded.
a great job with legs, working legs well.
End of the first period, 8-0. Hunter has the lead. You can kind of see why he was a state qualifier, and I'm sure his has higher goals set for this
that's a senior,
postseason.
I'm sure. Took 4th in regionals, and I'm sure is hoping to take a 1st in regionals this year, and certainly place in states. And every young man wants to be a state champ, I would hope, when they're out there wrestling.
Oh, absolutely. It gives you
takes a lot of hard work.
Again, has legs wrapped
Hunter's
up.
doing very good with legs, scoring on legs, good technique on legs.
Two points awarded for a
Yep,
score
and
of
a lot of
12-0.
time to score points. Young man from Williamsport's really having trouble with those legs, and he switched it off to a cradle. And a lot of time to work this cradle, and came out of it and really came out of it with a nice transition. Really got this young man from Williamsport in trouble, and there's the fall.
Not the fall.
Final team score is 49-18.
Impressive performance from Jersey Shore.
Yep, it sure was.
We'll be right back.
Going to commercial, we'll be right back.
Did you hear that? It sounds like great new deals at Cups, your vacuum center. We offer new and used vacuums from all of the best brands, including Kirby, Shark, Dyson, Electrolux, Auric, Hoover, and many more. Got an old vacuum that needs repair? Trust that our service repair technician will get it working like new again. For bags, belts, filters, repairs, and sales, trust Cups Vacuum Center, located at 1001 Washington Boulevard.
Tell them how college coaches tune in.
This young man's our 120-pounder.
Come on over here and have a seat, Hunter.
And then
Hunter, I'm Coach Best. You were live streamed throughout the world, so I don't know if you have any relatives, grandfathers or grandmothers could watch you out of state. Anybody out there out of state could watch you tonight?
Yeah, my aunt and uncle. My aunt and uncles, actually. One lives in Maryland, and the other lives in North Carolina.
Are they aware of this? Did they watch it tonight?
I believe so. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what's really nice about this. You have relatives living out of state, and they can watch you live here. You did a really workmanlike job out there. You looked really tough with legs. You use legs, obviously, pretty much, huh?
Yeah, it's I learned it a few years back, and I just kind of stuck with it. And it's
Well, I used to do a lot with legs too at Williamsport. We had actually a kid by the name of Wade Bauer who originally was at Jersey Shore, moved to Williamsport, and he was really, really good with legs. But I used to do a lot of leg stuff. I learned my leg stuff as a coach. I didn't use it too much as a competitor, but you had really good position on legs, really good stuff on legs. You looked pretty tough.
Thank you.
Yep. So I'm not sure your goals this year. I saw you took 4th in regionals last year.
Third.
Third?
Yeah.
Okay, I think let me see. Yep, they did. They did give me 3rd. Yep, you were third in regionals last year. I'm sure one of your goals this year is to be a regional champion.
Yeah.
I would think.
Hopefully I'll be able to make it to States and actually place down there this year.
Yep. I know my son wrestled for Williamsport way before you, but he was a 4-time state finalist for Williamsport. Finally won it his senior year, but you know, it's tough wrestling out at States, particularly in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough competition down there.
Now you're a senior this year?
Yeah, I am.
Where are you looking to go to college?
Look, I've actually committed to Messiah.
Oh, did you? Yeah? You going to try and wrestle down there?
I want to try to wrestle down there, be either 125 pounder or just whatever weight I am.
I know Thad Turner used to be the coach there. Who's the coach there now?
It's Brunk, Coach Brunk.
Oh, okay. Well, they were probably watching you tonight. We had over 100 colleges watching tonight, so I'm sure the Messiah coach was probably watching you. You impressed me. I'm sure you impressed him, too. Okay, nice meeting you, and you did a great job out there tonight.
Thank you.
Congratulations, and good luck in your future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, you're up.
Hayden, I'm Coach Best. I used to coach at Williamsport way before you wrestled years and years ago, but heard a lot about you. You look really, really tough tonight. Of course, you made short work of the guy, pinned him that first period.
Yep.
You know, I saw two of you guys weighed in, and I apologize to you. I was a little confused. I didn't know that was you, but I apologize to you. I realized after you wrestled that was you.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, but I heard a lot about you.
Thanks.
What did you do last year? You were pretty good.
Yeah, state 7th.
Yep, 7th in states. I'm sure one of your goals is to become a state champion. How's it work this year?
You just got to keep training.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a tough road, but just got to keep training as hard as you can.
Well, you know, Pennsylvania, it's one of the toughest states out there for wrestling. And, you know, look at Penn State. I mean, they got how many guys from Pennsylvania wrestling on their team. That Nolf kid, I don't know if you watched that Illinois match.
With Highmark. Insane.
Pinned Isaiah Martinez, and that was his first loss. And he's a Pennsylvania kid. I think he was a 3-time state champion.
I watched him growing up.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet to see him out there wrestling Highmark.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a surprise to me. I thought he'd give Imar a shot, but you know, Imar was 61-0 in his college career.
Yeah, and he pinned him. Pretty insane.
And Nolf pinned him, and you know, Imar, I don't think he knew what it was like to be on his back, because I was watching.
He looked shocked.
I know, his one foot was moving, and that was about it. That's probably the first time he's been on his back in a long time. But you know, what are you thinking about colleges? Any colleges after you? I'm sure they are.
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple, and haven't really made a decision yet, but still looking. And
well, they probably were watching you tonight. We had over 100 colleges viewing this tonight. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm sure they were looking at you. And this is a great recruiting tool. Instead of these college recruiters having to come here to Jersey Shore to watch a guy like you, quality guy like you, they can sit in their office and watch it and play it over and over again. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah.
But I wish you luck.
Well, thank you.
And, you know, hopefully you get to your goal. I know it's a goal that you probably had for a long time.
Long time.
Yep, long time. I know
big.
my son was too. And, you know, he'd train all the time to be a state champion. I'm sure you are as well. You know, this is not just in the wrestling room. You know, I'm sure you run on your own and you do a lot of extra training. And I always felt as a coach, the harder you work in wrestling, the better you're going to be.
It's every wrestler's goal to be a state champion. So you just have to train as hard as you can and keep your mind on it all year.
Yep. You know, my son, when we'd go out running, I'd always have another guy that beat him in the back of my mind. I say, what do you think he's doing today? You know, we better go for a run. I'm sure you do the same thing.
All the time.
Yep. Well, good luck, and you did a great job out there. I didn't get
you.
to see you wrestle too long. I wanted to see you a little bit longer, but you did it for the team. And good luck in your future, and hopefully you become a state champion. Jersey Shore, the last one was Sam Eck. Sam
Eck.
Yep. So hopefully you'll be the next one.
I hope so.
Okay. Good luck.
Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you, buddy. Thank you. Okay, again, we'd like to thank PASportsLive.com, and here comes an old nemesis of mine, Croc Herman and his dad. Croc, he'd always be a thorn in my side when I was coaching at Williamsport. We'd had to get somebody really, really, really tough to beat Croc, and usually we didn't. But hey, your team's looking good, and I know you're smart enough. You got really good assistant coaches with Dan Muthler. You got back
Yes.
in action there, and
Yep.
can't get one better than that as far as wrestling experience. And you're making the right moves.
Yeah.
Trust me.
It's nice to have a national champ on our team. So.
yeah. I mean, the kids can, if they don't look up to anybody, they got to look up to him.
Dan's a great asset to the team. So is Coach Ty. I mean, they both bring a very dynamic atmosphere to our team. So it's pretty nice to have these guys on our team.
Well, you're doing a great job up here as well. And you know, Jersey Shore, back when you wrestled and Matt and I were talking about it, this would be packed. I mean,
yeah.
It would be packed. You know, standing room only. And you're getting it back. I mean, most of the Jersey Shore side here was almost capacity.
Yeah, we're trying to. I mean, the fan base is pretty good for us. I mean, we have a good, loyal fan base for Jersey Shore. Big tradition here, so it's nice.
Yeah. You know, I'm surprised I didn't see a Lorson, a Packer, or
Oh, there was a couple over there.
Yeah.
There was a couple of the sons over there.
Yeah,
So.
I did see Packer, and he was telling me he's got some little guys.
Oh, yeah, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike has
Mikey.
one in the junior high and one in elementary. So, yeah.
If it weren't for the X, the Lorsons, I mean, back when I was coaching, there was always an Eck, a Lorson, a Packer, a Herman, somebody on the team, and family tradition up here.
Oh, yeah, it goes back generations, so it's nice to see some of these names coming back in. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're doing a great job up here. You know, I can't forget you as a wrestler. You were a thorn in my side down there at Williamsport because, man, I don't know if anybody from Williamsport ever beat you. I don't know. You were pretty darn good in your day.
I don't think so, but
yeah.
You know, it was always fun to wrestle against you guys when we had packed houses. Even going down to your guys' gym, it was always packed and crazy.
Oh, I know. I was hated up here for many, many years. I couldn't walk the streets on Jersey Shore. I'd be mobbed by people that, you know, I remember people coming out of the stands and making very derogatory remarks about me when we'd come up here and wrestle you guys.
Well, we had it down there too, so
No,
it went both ways. So
but it was great. It was great for the sport of wrestling to have a packed house like that and excitement for you guys to wrestle in those kind of conditions. And the rivalry between Jersey Shore and Williamsport was unbelievable back then. Probably still is.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere. I mean, the rivalry was always there. I mean, we always hated going down to your guys' house. We never knew what was going to happen. You guys always had a great team. So hopefully to keep nutrition alive, I like the Williamsport's building their team back up.
Yes,
It looks pretty good. So.
Well, I know Nasdale's involved with the elementary. Do you have any boys wrestling, your sons or anything? Do you have any?
My sons are all in college now, so they're not wrestling in college.
I didn't realize you were that old, Croc. To
Yep.
me, you're still a little Croc Herman, you know. I remember as a young boy wrestling. Now you're a man and your boys are in college, huh?
Oh, yeah. One of your guys' Butters' son is on their junior high team,
I
so
know.
that's
Chase.
nice to see.
Yep,
I don't
Chase.
familiar name from our past.
He comes from some pretty good stock. You
Yeah.
know, Johnny Butters was pretty tough
Oh,
for
yeah.
me.
He was very tough.
Yeah. And I heard he broke his arm.
Yeah, he pulled his collarbone out
Oh,
or
did he?
something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what he actually did.
And he was in junior high team?
Yes, he is on the junior high team.
Yeah, he could be a good one for you.
Oh, yeah.
I see you kind of senior. What do you have, 7 seniors?
Yeah, just about 7 right there.
Yeah.
7 or I think 8 all total. So
how's it look in the junior high coming up?
We have probably
decent
about
kids
6 or
coming
7
up?
coming up that'll fill in the gaps pretty good. And we have some other kids that quite aren't on the team this year. We're working on getting back out of the team next year. There's a couple sophomores. We have about 5 sophomores floating around that used to wrestle that are decent. We're trying to work on them and get them back out for next year.
Yeah, times have changed. You know, kids have so many more opportunities today
Oh,
than
yeah.
back when you wrestled. And I don't know if I could coach successfully the way you guys are today in this society. I don't know, you know.
I mean, it's hard when every sport wants to go all year round.
Yeah.
So it's hard to fight with the football programs or the baseball program or whatever program's out there. So we're kind of pulling everybody at everybody. I believe in a multi-sport atmosphere. So I encourage the kids to play anything they want, just a couple sports a year.
Yeah.
I think it makes them better rounded athletes.
Oh,
so.
absolutely. And, you know, I could never understand the football coaches because to me, I think wrestling, and Matt Neenan, my co-host tonight, would attest to it. There isn't a better sport to train a kid to play football than wrestling. I would think if I'd be a football coach, I'd want every one of my football players to participate in wrestling because it's a great training activity for football. I mean, it teaches them so much, how to tackle and lateral motion and, you know.
Hand and feet motion.
Oh,
I mean, to just get in
absolutely,
through the lineman, the hands and feet, just to be able to move and pummel someone up.
Well, I know a lot of college coaches, football coaches, welcome kids that have wrestling backgrounds, you know, particularly as linemen. Okay. All right. Nice meeting you again, Croc. And
thank you for your time.
You put the You put the wood to Williamsport again. Now as a coach, you did it as a competitor. Now you're doing it as a coach.
Well, it's nice to get a team together and work as well as these guys do. So I give all the credit to the boys. They work hard in the practice room.
Well,
so.
you got to be doing you are doing a good job, Croc, and I'm glad to see you back in it.
Thank you very much for your time.
Again.
Thank you.
You guys are going to end it. Yeah, tonight.
Well, we're waiting for Matt getting back here. He's talking to Croc. Matt and Croc were competitors, not weight classes, but Matt wrestled for me at Williamsport when Croc was wrestling, and the Herman family goes way back in wrestling here at Jersey Shore. This is a pretty good match. I'm sure Coach Nazio is a little disappointed, but he's getting there.
It's a work in progress. I
Yeah,
mean, he's
it
got the
absolutely
numbers and the programs down below that are going to feed into his program, and it'll take time, but they're more competitive.
Yes, and they absolutely are, and I know Coach Nazio is putting his time in at the elementary level, and it's going to pay off. I always looked at it as a 5-year investment, and you have to be patient, and in 5 years, those kids that he's working with right now will be wrestling varsity for him.
Yep, they sure will.
It's when we had some of our great teams. I worked with the elementary program, and when you guys came up to the varsity, you knew me. You knew who I was. You knew my style.
Expectations.
Yep, exactly. and it was, and Coach Nazio is doing that. So I think years down the road, and they've already seen an improvement, I think, in aggressiveness,
exactly.
conditioning.
Toughness.
And Coach Nazio is doing a great job, and I'm sure we'll have a promising future. Okay, again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Yancey Cup, also for providing a trivia question reward, which Matt won, and I'm sure he's going to make good use of those sneakers and headgear to someone in the Muncie Elementary program.
Absolutely.
But Cups Vacuum Center, I'd like to thank Jimmy Webb at Webb Weekly. And again, if you're interested in Webb Weekly, you can go to the webweekly.com or download their app on your phone. Rennie Rodarmo, will personally like to thank him. I know that family is a great wrestling family in Montoursville.
Sure.
Rennie Rodarmo with Allstate Insurance and the Realty World Booth and Deutsch, and of course the Villa for always giving us a trivia reward question answer.
Very generous of them.
Yep, very generous, $50 gift certificate, and it's great food. I know Mr. Neenan won that, and he's not giving that to his son, and he did give the sneakers and headgear to his son. And Matt wants to say something about Realty World. He's actually got a new job there, and wants to
That's
say a few
correct.
things.
I just wanted to put that out there. I was fortunate enough to be hired on by Scott Johnson. I'm going to be working out of our Montoursville branch, and we have branches in Lewisburg and Danville as well, and we also sell insurance through the Yoder Insurance Company. So we're a full-service real estate brokerage and insurance company.
And Scott's already promised, sponsorship for next year. He has two little boys that I've worked with, great little young men, Austin and Scott Jr., and he's going to be our sponsor for the future, and we'd like to thank Scott for that. We appreciate our sponsors.
Thank you very much.
Got some Jersey Shore young men putting the mats away here, doing a little professional wrestling out there. But okay, we are going to be doing February 27th. We're going to be doing, I believe, AA district semis and finals, and we want to really thank our sponsors for that. This is the first time ever that this is going to be
televised.
Streamed worldwide with commentation, and I mean this is
Big.
something that's worldwide. And I guarantee you, there's going to be hundreds of college coaches watching that district semifinal and final, because there's some great wrestlers that come out of District 4 wrestling, some great wrestlers.
Yep, great tribute to our wrestlers, a great tool for exposure for them. And like I said, without PASportsLive.com, it wouldn't be available, and it's huge.
And as a coach, as a former coach, this is exciting for me, giving our wrestlers this kind of exposure, which they deserve. And I want to thank PASportsLive.com for enabling us to do this for these young men. It's well deserved.
Did you hear that? It sounds like great new deals at Cups, your vacuum center. We offer new and used vacuums from all of the best brands, including Kirby, Shark, Dyson, Electrolux, Auric, Hoover, and many more. Got an old vacuum that needs repair? Trust that our service repair technician will get it working like new again. For bags, belts, filters, repairs, and sales, trust Cups Vacuum Center located at 1001